Paul, McGuire, Grimes, ABC, Minneapolis, Alicia, Matthew. It was really great talking to both of you today. Alicia, congratulations on being in this film. You're so great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Matthew, I want to start with you. You directed the musical when it was first adapted for the stage in the West End, but directing for a musical for film is so different. What were some of those challenges that you found in trying to bring this musical to the screen?
Yeah, well, it's a really different thing. And usually the director of a stage show wouldn't be asked to direct the film. They'd get somebody else to do the film. And I understand that because it's like an entirely different approach. But I think I directed the stage show 12 years ago. And it was long enough ago for me, even though it's still performing now, it was long enough ago for me to have time to distance myself from some of the choices and decisions I made and to make new choices for film. The stage show is very cartoony. There's no real sense of reality in terms of location or anything like that on the stage, whereas the film's got lots of reality in it. So my approach for the film was a magic realism approach rather than the sort of cartoony approach. And what I meant by that is that there'd always be 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot off the ground, metaphorically speaking. So the 1 foot on the ground would be the reality in the sense of groundedness in the story. The 1 foot off the ground, what that means is that when someone starts to sing and dance, it's not like a crazy thing for them to do because there's already enough sense of heightened reality in the story.
Absolutely. I mean, Alicia, I want to go next to you. What did you learn and take away from playing someone as kind of rebellious and revolutionary as Matilda? And is there still a little bit of her in you?
Well, I think I took myself completely, like, I left myself behind and I went into a completely different character. Um, and I just tried to think of all the emotions that Matilda was going through and just kind of portray the best kind of Matilda that I could. So I left myself completely behind and just put myself into Matilda's shoes. And I think no matter what age you are, we can all take away courage from Matilda and to be brave. So that's definitely something that I did when I went back into myself, just take away courage.
I love that courage and to be brave. Those are such great little lessons to kind of take away. Matthew, what do you think it is about Roald Dahl stories that continue to fascinate audiences, whether it's on stage, on screen, reading the pages of the book? We're still reading it all these years later.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's interesting about Roald Dahl's stories is that they tend to appeal to children and adults. And they sort of speak to the child in everybody. Someone once said they speak to the child in adults and to the adults in children. And I get what that means. I think he remembered very vividly what childhood feels like, and how it can be tough. Parents and teachers like to tell children that the world is okay, but actually the world is quite tough. And Roald Dahl doesn't lie to kids. He creates situations that are difficult for children, and then he exaggerates them and gives them a comic, twist as well. But at the heart of it, he's saying that it's an intense experience being a child, and that's something that kids know to be true, and also as adults we can remember that as being true. And I think that explains why a lot of people really enjoy his stories.
Oh, absolutely. Wow, that's great. That's a great answer. Alicia, do you remember getting cast? Do you remember getting that call that you were going to be Matilda? What was your reaction at the time?
I don't think you can, like, beforehand, like, I didn't want to, like, expect anything or get too excited because I knew that, like, so many amazing kids and, like, talented kids were going to be auditioning. So I didn't, like, want to get too excited or anything, so I just don't think I could expect what kind of reaction I was going to have. But it was on my mum's birthday, and I just was, like, really shocked. I couldn't really believe it, and I just burst into tears because I was just really shocked, and I think my whole family was shocked. We didn't know what to say, and I didn't know what to say either.
Right. I love it. That's a great, like, little birthday gift for your mom. I got the wrap. That's a really good note to end on. So thank you both for the time today. Congratulations on this film. I appreciate it.